Do you want your applications and petitions approved at all-time record speeds? Well, Trump just passed a bill that's going to allow it. Stay tuned and you'll find out how. Thank you for joining me to talk immigration. My name is Andrea Shev, and I'm the managing attorney at Shev Law Group in Los Angeles, California. I've been doing immigration for almost 20 years now, and I've done a ton of videos for all of you out there to give you short, concise, easy to understand information on all types of immigration issues. And as you all are aware, it is changing all the time. So I am here to break it down for you, releasing videos at least once a week, if not more, depending on what's going on in the government and in immigration. So let's jump in and talk about how you can get your applications and petitions actually adjudicated and processed in record speeds. So President Trump on September 30th, 2020, passed and signed into law the Continuing Appropriations Act, which has a lot of language in there that was in the Emergency Stopgap USCIS Appropriations or Stabilization Act that wasn't passed. Now, that act itself was put into play to help USCIS with their budget shortfalls that they've been talking about for months now, if you're watching my videos, about furloughing 70% of their employees and threatening increases in filing fees, substantial increases in filing fees that got stopped by the courts. They have been begging Congress for money for months. That was all denied, and even the increase in filing fees was actually stopped by the courts. So they were kind of stuck. Well, President Trump signed into law this new Appropriations Act that would allow for increases in filing fees that will help fund USCIS through December 11th, 2020. But just remember, not everything that was in this Appropriations Act takes effect immediately. Some of these things will not take effect until USCIS implements them in their actual system. So some things are going to be coming in the future, and some things are going to happen immediately. And let's talk about it. So first and foremost, the Appropriations Act allows USCIS access to these funds for operational expenses. The premium processing funds that will come in through this act and these changes will be allowed to be used by USCIS for not only infrastructure improvement, but actually operational expenses, which is a big shift from what was prior law. Now, the biggest thing that takes effect immediately and took effect starting October 19th, 2020 is the increase in premium processing fees as we know it today. So there's certain applications that have always been allowed to premium process, and those cost usually $1,440 to actually use the premium processing, which was getting an answer within 15 days of filing your application. That fee, starting October 19, 2020, has been increased to $2,500 for all applications that apply or that are allowed to use premium processing, except for H-2Bs and R visas. The other ones, it's going from $1,440 to $2,500 starting October 19, 2020, which is a pretty significant increase in fees for anyone who's been using premium processing or plan to use it into the future. USCIS will be able to, in the future, when they get around to implementing these, expand premium processing offerings to 539s and 765s and possibly other applications. The 539 is a change or extension of status application, and the 765 is for work authorization. So that's a huge win for a lot of people that have the funds to be able to pay the premium processing and get those applications done quickly. But for a lot of people, that doesn't really help at all because it's a lot of money to have to put into premium processing in order to get an answer quickly. So it's kind of a good thing and a bad thing depending who you are. Now, the Appropriations Act puts some limitations on USCIS during the implementation of these new rules that they're allowed to do, and expansion of premium processing offerings. One of those limitations is for individuals filing a 539, a change of status application or extension for an F, an M, or a J, they will not expand or they will be not allowed to charge more than $1,750. Also for dependents of, for example, E, H, L, O, P visas, they can't charge more than $1,750. They also put the limitation that you cannot take longer than 30 days if anyone is filing premium processing for one of these new categories. So they told them, you can't make them pay $1,750 and then take 3 months to process their application. So they put the ceiling on that of 30 days. Unlike with other I-129 applications for different types of visas that are allowed premium processing already, that's going to be increased to $2,500, then it's 15 days. So they have put kind of some limitations on the new implementation of these new opportunities for premium processing. Another thing that they added in this actual act was that USCIS is allowed to not start the clock ticking of the premium processing period of time until they have all the required documentation they need for the case. So that really is a very gray area if you ask me, because that means that if they want something else or you didn't provide something to begin with by mistake, then they're not going to start the clock for the 15 days or whatever many days until they receive that. So that I'm not too excited about, because that is a very gray area and a very subjective determination of what they mean by the words all prerequisites for adjudication are received. That is a very, very subjective decision on the part of USCIS of when to start that clock ticking. I'm not too excited about that part of this act. They have said in this act, though, that the actual expansion of premium processing to these other types of applications and petitions will not increase the processing times for applications that are not premium processing. It ensures that the increase in availability of premium processing will not directly affect the processing times for all the other applications. Now, between me and you, I don't know if that's really going to be the case, because premium processing has always been an avenue to pay more money to get things faster. And don't tell me that that's not going to affect the other applications, because the more people and the more applications you get for premium processing, the more officers you're going to need to be doing the premium processing in order to stay within the required time period that they have to process them, which is going to take away from the regular processed cases. So I'm not too sure that that's actually going to be secured, but that's what's in the act, that it will ensure against this affecting the processing times for the other applications. So just to summarize, immediately as of this video being taped, October 19, 2020, premium processing for all applications that were already accepting premium processing, which is mostly I-129 applications for different types of non-immigrant visas, and also immigrant applications for certain types of employment-based immigrant petitions. Those are going from $1,440 to $2,500. So if you are out there and you're ready to file your petition today watching this video, make sure you have the right fee. It's $2,500 now. It is no longer $1,440. The other expansion of this benefit of the premium processing to other applications like 765s or 539s is coming once USCIS puts together the way they're going to implement them. And there's some latitude for immigration of how much they can charge, and also how long they can take to process them. There is a ceiling on both. $1,750 is the highest they can charge, and 30 days is the longest they can take. I'm excited because I think it's a great opportunity for some individuals to take advantage of the premium processing that they have never been able to take advantage of, but I'm hoping that USCIS uses these funds wisely and to the benefit of the people they are serving, which are you, the customers that are paying these fees. Hope this video was beneficial. I hope it helped a lot of you out there understand these new premium processing fees that came out under this appropriations bill that was signed September 30th, 2020. I hope that some of you out there can take advantage of this new opportunity, and those that are not, hopefully it does not affect the regular processing of applications that are out there. Please, I hope all of you stay safe out there. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. And please, if you haven't subscribed already, subscribe right now and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any future videos. Look forward to talking to you and seeing you all next time.